Good morning. Welcome to Planet Mojo. Today is the first really nice day in a long time where it's not been too damn hot. So I hope to get a whole bunch done on this connecting wall. But before that, I have two things to show you right around the corner. The first one is our Monarch here. There's his chrysalis back there. I'm not sure how long it's been on there, but the caterpillars were all over the place on our milkweed in the ditch garden there, a few weeks ago. And then we noticed this on the chair right around that time, and he finally hatched out, I believe this morning. So now he has to dry out his wings and he'll be off on his merry way. We are actually getting seed from the milkweed in the fall, and we're going to have a large patch of it down in the north area. We don't want it right up next to the house because it's incredibly invasive. It moves into your gardens and it's everywhere. So we're trying to shift it down that way and actually have more of it, but a little further away from the house. Okay, and then here is the other one. This is a moth. Not sure if you can see how Maisie. That is one hell of a big moth. We get the Luna moths and other really big moths around here. I mean, they seem like they're the size of a bird. And I'm not real good at identifying moths, so if you know what kind of moth that is, leave it in the comments below, because I'd really like to know. He's yellow, and it's hard to describe that pattern. Let's see if we can get a better angle on the pattern. Yeah, he's huge. Okay, so back to the addition. Alright, I got a little sidetracked. I took the dog for a walk a little bit earlier, and then I noticed that I needed to spray on the road up here. The little baby pigweed is coming back, as well as the garlic mustard, and it's a little bit ahead of my little baby grass, so I had to get it sprayed right away. But then I got back and I started working. I forgot to do any filming. So what I did here, this is the sole plate for the connection to the house, the wall that's going to go here. What I did with it was attach this stiffener along the back here. Oh, I hope I don't have to yell at this dog. She's chasing birds. She's not quite aware that she can't catch them yet. Izzy, out of the woods. Well, it's not really woods, it's oak savanna. Okay, so I attached this to what it'll do is help to keep this sole plate flat, because it started out bowed and the floor is dipped and all that, but its main reason is to fill some of the space in this wall. This wall is a little bit higher than normal height because of the way the floor goes and because of the distance or the height it needs to be to match up with the floor up there. So there's one step down onto a deck here. It's all very complicated, but suffice it to say that I would have had to use a bunch of 10-foot 2x6s for the flats, and I didn't want to. So this served two purposes. It stiffened up the sole plate, and it gave me that extra bit of meat so that I don't need to cut down 10-foot 2x6s for them backers. So all that is it's just bolted up from the bottom with some treated spacks because of the treated wood. Now I need to get it in place, re-screw it to, oh, and I have pocket screws here, so it's going to attach to this and to this. I'm going to get it back in place, and then I need to measure at both ends and cut all of my flat studs to that length. I need one of these trusses to use as a straight edge. I'm just hoping when I cut these bands that this just doesn't all fall all over the place. But because I opened up the plastic on this, I'm going to have to get these rim boards out of here. I'm going to have to bring them across the street and put them in the shed. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. They're not super heavy. They are, 14 inches wide by 12 feet by 1.125 thick. So they're, I don't know, maybe 50 pounds a piece or something like that. Whatever, they're not that bad. So I gotta make a few trips. I can't really put these on the gator or anything. So I'm going to run all these rim boards over there, and then I'm going to bring back a cutter and open up this bundle of trusses. need to do now is take this top plate off, the one that's clamped into place. Just move it out of the way. Then I need to fix this truss in place. I'll probably just put a couple screws through the wall into a stud just to hold it still. That'll give me my straight edge along the top. Then I'll put this top plate in, or actually that's a tie plate. I'll put the top plate in, which goes from inside of the wall to inside of the wall. And then I'll run my studs up to it and get them connected into place. Yeah, real pain in the butt, but this floor is nowhere near level, so I can't just screw everything down to the floor and then cut everything at a certain height. This straight edge will make sure that my top plate is right in the right spot, and then when I go to put everything, get the next layer on, everything's going to go in correctly. So let me move this out of the way, screw that to the building, and start getting studs in. Okay, all done. Pocket screwing. Now, I just gotta screw these into place, and then I have a ripped part of a stud that goes onto the fronts of them, and that's where my wiring and stuff will pass through. I can also go on the top with wiring. And then I'm pretty much, I have to remove the truss, put the top plate on. Then I can start squaring this up and get it bolted down. Okay, let me get these things in and finish up on this wall. Just yank this flush here. Not a real big fan of these clamps, but there we go. That should hold it flush while I screw it in place. Use the 3 3/4 screws on the bottom. 2 3/4, and I'm only putting 2 in. But I need to find the level. Level. There it is. Should have the hammer up here. Okay, we're good right there. Gotta go lower with the ladder. Oh, jeez. Flush. Now I'm going to screw down with 3 3/4 inch screws. Right at the edge. Okay. Dead flush down there. Now, if all of them are screwed in dead flush like that and they're tight up against the truss, then the wall is going to be exactly correct, and I will shim it at the bottom to whatever it needs to be. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up. Got almost done, but I'm just exhausted. It's been a real long day. So I'll come back at this tomorrow, and when I do, what do I have left? I gotta get this one fastened to the wall. Then I have to remove that truss and put the actual top plate on. Then I can start squaring this whole thing out. But still on the wall, I have a stud that I'm going to notch out and put on both of these ends. And then I have partial studs that are 2 inches wide that just get screwed right into these. And they'll be 24 inches on center, just like the house framing. So not a huge amount to do, but it's still a few hours tomorrow. So if you have any questions or comments on this, make sure you put it in the comment section below. If you want to see the progress on this, make sure you subscribe and then click on the update icon so you receive notice when I post new videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.